Hello. In this video, I'm going to be doing some database work, and so I have three databases that I've added to my SQL Server instance here on my machine. So if I bring up SQL Server Management Studio, here they are. I'm calling them Simple Invoicing 2023, and the one without the suffix is the production database, and then you see here the development database and the staging database. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build these four tables now. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and build out all the indexes and all of the relationships between the tables. That way when I do the migrations, all of that information will come over with it. So a quick little thing about my naming convention. I use capital I, capital D for the ID field of every table. And those, as you might guess, are auto number fields, long integers. And then for the foreign keys, I use underscore capital ID. To me, that visually allows me to pinpoint my foreign keys very quickly. So this is the naming convention I'm going to use, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll keep the video going for a little bit of it. I'll start here on the contacts table, but I don't want to have real long videos. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video, get the four tables done, and then I'll turn the video back on, or maybe make another video to do the relationships and the indexes. In fact, that's probably a good idea to keep these videos short. So here we go. I'm going to get started on contacts. I'll pause the video, and then when I'm done, these four tables will be completed. All right. So let me just open up the tree here, and I don't really need to open the table tree. Just right-click on it, choose New Table, and the first field is called ID. It's going to be an int, which is SQL Server speak for long integer. I will not allow nulls. Up here, there's a key button. You press on that, and the yellow key shows up. So now that's going to be my primary key field for this table. Something I forget quite often, but I won't forget this time, is to turn it into an identity specification or an identity seed. So just double-click on this, and these will become yes, and these two fields here will get filled in with a 1. So now they'll increment by 1 every new record, as you know, I'm sure. So let's see here. This will be a customer name. This will be a string field. Now, they used to do things like varchar, and the 50 means how many characters can go in there. But this is this is not Unicode. So if you have some things like with accents or umlauts or whatever, you're going to need this nvarchar. That's Unicode, so it has a lot more characters in it. And I used to be concerned about the performance of the nvarchar versus the varchar, but it's really a storage thing, not so much a performance issue. So storage space is pretty cheap these days. nvarchar is probably the better choice. But again, that's be something I would discuss with the client, with the customer. Let's pull the nulls out of here because it's a required field. Let's go ahead and the next one is, and I just kind of made these up from my experience. These are somewhat common fields. So I wanted to get a Boolean field in here. So we're going to do government certified, and it'll be a bit. That's SQL Server speak for Boolean. And for bits, you can actually, it can be a three-way. It can be 0, 1, or null if you allow nulls, but I don't ever allow nulls on bits. I'd rather just put in a 0. That way I know that it's a true bit, 1 or a 0. And then let's see, here's a foreign key, primary contact underscore ID, and that'll be an int because that'll be the ID of another table. And I'm making it required this time, and I'm going to come back and let me show you that on the diagram. I'm talking about this right here. Is a relationship between these two tables is a one-to-many, because any one customer could have many contacts, but only one of those contacts is designated as the primary contact. So that ID will be saved in that field there. And then as I spoke about in another video, we're going to do a created on field. It'll be a date time field. It will be required, and it'll have a default value. This is a function in SQL Server, and it's not case sensitive, but I usually do the uppercase anyway. It's called getDate, and you do the open and close parentheses because it is a function. And this table is ready to go. So I save that. Oh, you know what? I forgot about something here. This is important. The first thing I should have done was go down here to security and add in a schema. See, I want to create a new schema, and I'm going to call this CST. I like three. Let's do CUST. A lot of times I've used 3-letter schemas like DBO, but 4 letters is certainly okay. But some examples you see like AdventureWorks, Microsoft's example database, you'll see human resources typed all out with the capital H and the capital R. That's too much for schemas, in my opinion. 3 or 4 letters is all you need. So I'll put cust for customers. All right, so that's one schema. And while I'm in here, I might as well add a few others. We're going to have a product schema. And we're going to have the invoicing schema should probably be going ACCT for accounting. Would be a good schema for that. So there's my 3 schemas. Now, I might have to refresh something here before I can bring this up. Back here in this, if I hit F4 for properties window, come in here to the schema that this table is going to be under. Hopefully, no, oh, they are in there. Good. Okay, so this is going to be, the name of this table is going to be CUST dot, and then I'm going to save it as customers. All right, what do we got open here? Oh, it looks like I started it before. Yeah, I was doing a different example, and so this is the one I'm on right here. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to call it customers. Double check my spelling. I'll close it, and then back here in the Object Explorer, I'll hit this tables. Let me close this all up. Open this up, and there it is right there. There's my new table. So I'm going to pause the video, or actually I'm going to end the video and create the rest of the tables, and then I'll come back with another video where I connect these tables and set all their indexes up.